Hey, man, our defense played light out. I don't know if y'all talked about it. But
Yeah, let's talk about our defense a little bit. We talked about the offensive lot, and we'll probably talk about them more. But yeah, let's set up the defense real quick. Jeremiah Trotter, did you guys see that man out there tonight?
Oh yeah.
Y'all see Jeremiah Trotter out there? I know
He was
we
all
talked
over
about
the
him a little
place.
bit earlier. That dude is, oh my goodness, absolutely, man. Barrett Carter last game, and then Jeremiah Trotter this game. Man, our linebacking core is for real, dude. It is absolutely for real. I was a little worried going into the game because, we got that news that Brzee was out. I'm not really sure what's going on with him, but Brzee was out. Fred Davis was out. Obviously, if you've been following Clemson, Malcolm Green's out for the season. They got to do some sort of surgery on his groin. And then we know, obviously, XT's out for the season as well with a surgery. So missing a lot of pieces on the defensive side of the ball. So I wasn't, exactly sure how we'd be looking, but we played absolutely lights out. Wiggins had a couple pass breakups that were very good tonight. Sheridan Jones, I remember seeing him jump that screen play that Miami tried, which was a great play. He completely blew past that big tight end they had and made the play on that screen play. Miles Murphy was in there getting stuff done tonight. KJ Henry, of course. Mickens had that huge one where he put his hand up and led to the interception, right? That tip ball.
Don't forget about Simmons, boy, because he made that. Those 2 sacks, boy. He lit him up. I was like, dang. One of them, I thought he de-headed him.
Oh yeah. Trenton Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said Simmons, didn't I?
Yeah, Trenton Simpson. He looks kind of like Isaiah Simmons out there sometimes. Just freaky fast. Who else? Who we shout out to? Toriano Pride there at the end in the end zone.
Oh my God! Safety. I cannot believe this.
For that safety, that was crazy.
Dude. DeAndre, you watching the South Carolina game too?
Oh yeah, I can't believe this, man.
Yeah, look at the Gamecocks. Oh South my Carolina, God, they're going up. Ooh.
They can throw the ball now?
Apparently. I don't know where this offense has been all year, but this is the best in South Carolina.
They weren't playing Tennessee's defense. That was the problem.
Well, I didn't think Tennessee's defense was the worst defense they've played. They would have played. They played some bad.
It's not. I think Tennessee doing a little.
Vandy didn't look this bad against South Carolina's offense.
Oh my God! Why? Oh, okay.
Tennessee thought they were going to come in here and roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, our defense played great, man. Let's talk. While we're talking about defense, I want to talk about this holding epidemic that we got in college football right now, and the flags not coming out. What is going on with this? Please tell me I'm not the only one that recognizes this.
Yeah, I see it. You see it a lot, especially versus Clemson. See a lot of holding going on.
So the play that sticks out to me tonight that I wanted to talk about a little bit is, you guys remember when Trotter got that roughing the passer call?
Right.
So Miles Murphy came in. He had the sack. Somehow Ja'Cory Brown got out of it and kind of went to his left. And KJ Henry was right there trying to get off of the offensive line. But the offensive line was literally both hands, full jersey, pulling them towards him while Ja'Cory Brown moved out to the left. And it was a no call. And then they called Trotter for roughing the passer when he came up and made the hit. So
touchdown Gamecocks, by the way. It's 21-7 South Carolina. In the first
Carolina Jackpot probably just
Carolina Jackpot's not a South Carolina fan right now. He's not supporting.
Yeah, that's what he claimed.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He made that video and he can't
go back on it now. Yeah, can't celebrate. Can't celebrate right now. But yeah, I just the holding stuff is it's outlandish sometimes when I see it, and I don't know. It's frustrating to watch. I think we'd have a lot lot more sacks this season. If it weren't for that.
Yeah. But no, you're right. I mean, it's been a recurring theme in Clemson's games.
Yeah, and I probably notice it more because obviously I'm a Clemson fan during the Clemson games, but like KJ Henry gets held all the time, Miles Murphy all the time.
Yep.
You know, all our dudes, man, like especially our edge rusher dudes. Like you see it less in the middle because they're so bunched up and stuff in there. But you know, when a quarterback's moving to the left to avoid a sack, and this dude's literally 2 hands full of jersey pulling him towards him so he can't go get the quarterback. You got to call that. Like, I realize you can't call every holding penalty because, you know, we'd never complete a football game, and it's hard enough to complete it with all the commercials we have now and the booth reviews. But,
yeah. Thinking about our defense, Jordan, what is the possibility? I know you don't. I don't know if you know these guys personally. Well, do you think Breezy and Tyler Davis will come back for another year?
Tyler Davis, Tyler Davis, I would say no. And I used until a few weeks ago, I would have said absolutely no for Breezy, but I don't know. The more time that Brian Breezy misses,
I think he's coming back.
I just wonder because he hasn't really had you know, when he has played, he hasn't been amazing. You know, I don't think he's completely 100% himself.
He had a good game last game. Last game was pretty good.
But I think depending on what he gets back from, you know, the NFL. I mean, there could be some injury concerns, and maybe he needs to put together a full season of tape because he hasn't done that.
Right.
In his,
I think he could go.
Career. I mean, maybe it was freshman year.
Yeah, I think he could go, and I think he would get drafted. But yeah, I mean, look, I won't complain if he comes back. I can tell you that. I won't complain at all. But yeah, I think he'll probably still end up going pro. But yeah,
I'll tell you the reason why I think no. Defensive tackles are not as coveted as they used to be. Edge rushers are. So I really think that he'll come back because I know that Mel Kiper and the other guy, Tom Mache, has him going in the first round, but he really has to put up the numbers that he put in the last couple of years. Unless he tests off the charts, I really don't see him coming back. Because the kid out of Georgia, Walker, I think he went first last year. He's kind of struggling. And look at even at Hutchinson with who are edge rushers. I think they're kind of struggling in the NFL right now. So I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna let him come. I think he's gonna come back another year. I really do. I think Miles Murphy and KJ Henry are both gone. I think KJ used up his eligibility anyway.
Yeah, KJ's
he has another year. Him and XT are in the same class, so they both have the COVID year. If they wanted to.
Yeah, but I think both of I think both of them gone. I think they both have. I think they're both gone. But I wouldn't be shocked if Breezy's back, and I wouldn't be shocked Tyler Davis is back. Tyler Davis, if he could have came by his freshman year, he would have definitely been the top 32 pick.
Right.
But I don't think he has dominated in the expectations that you have wanted him to.
I disagree. I think Tyler Davis is.
I think Tyler Davis is a high draft pick. I think he's a high draft pick.
I don't know if he. Yeah, I don't know if he. Yeah, I wouldn't agree that he hasn't. You know, lived up to expectations. Tyler Davis has been a stalwart. You know, he's been arguably one of the. You know, when he's in there, he's one of the pieces on Clemson's defense that when he's not there, like they miss the most.
Yeah,
and that's just been like. He's not he's not a dominant pass rusher, and he's going to generate a bunch of stats. But man, like, just he's such a force that they have to deal with up front.
Right.
That it frees up opportunity for other guys. So,
I think for the tackle, we're not going to be hurting if we lose him or Breezy, but
no,
I know defensive end is definitely the area of concern.
Defensive end is very questionable. which is why I'm really interested to see who steps in those roles. I mean, if you get XT back, that would be great.
Do you guys think XT? I mean, I tend to think he's going to come back.
I mean,
maybe not. He could go pro, obviously. I don't think he's going to be a high draft pick at all, just because of his injury history and not really putting together a full season. But I mean, obviously he'll still be drafted. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I could see him. I could see him coming back.
I think XT should. I think he should come back. KJ should go and get his money. Because I think he's
KJ should go. Murphy should go.
Yeah.
I think Brzee could go as well.
Yeah, he definitely could.
He could go. I think he could, come back as well. Tyler Davis, he definitely can go. So, I mean, regardless, I think we lose a lot. But we could get a few of those pieces back, I think. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that, some of those dudes may end up coming back, which will only help us.
Yeah.
It'll only help us.
I remember that year that we lost Beasley and all them guys, and we were like, man, we're going to be in some trouble. Because we only had like one returning player. I think that was Lawson. And then all of a sudden, those dudes just came out and just smacked people around. So, Clemson always got people loaded up, especially because I don't think none of those linebackers. I know Brett Carter can't go anyway. Neither can Trotter, but I don't think Simpson. I don't think it's worked out the way that he thought he was gonna work out. I think he's very talented, but I don't think that he has produced the way that he thought he was going to produce this past year. So I think
I still tend to think Simpson's gone. No, I think Simpson's gone because I don't think he's lived. I don't think he's had the production this season that he wanted, but the NFL is still very high on him. He's so versatile. Top 10, top 15 pick, caliber. I think he should. I think he's probably going to go. But you still get, obviously you bring back Trotter and Carter. They're not eligible, and you got some other nice pieces to step in.
You got
Keith McGuire. Wade Woodaz looked really good when he's coming.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking about. Wade Woodaz. He looked pretty good in his little limited opportunity he's gotten. And then, obviously McGuire. He comes in.
You should still feel good about where you're going to be at linebacker. You feel pretty good. You've got decent depth there too. I mean, I think the front seven is. I mean, there's going to be some. I think the biggest question in the front seven next year will obviously be at edge rushers, especially. I mean, it depends on what XT does, but either way, you're going to be bringing back you're going to be starting a new starter.
Right. There's going to be significantly less experience, even if
I can't remember his name. He's a white guy out of Florida. I know he went to a very small school. And he had crazy stats when he was there, but he was so much bigger and faster than everybody. I know that he got redshirted last year, but I really haven't seen him get on the field. I know Sweat has got on the field a lot, but that particular guy, I know he was a 4-star, but everybody was saying that he was developmental because he came from a real, real small school.
Who are you thinking of?
He's a white guy. He's out of Florida. He came out of a real small school. He was a 4-star. He came out maybe a year or two ago. We ain't seen him play this year. He was redshirted his freshman year. So this would be his redshirt freshman year right here. He hasn't gotten. I haven't seen him play all this year.